back to my channel. If you're new here, please do well to hit the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're most welcome. In today's vlog, I'll be talking about some of the questions I was asked during my interview. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so let's get right into it. So the first question I was asked during my interview was my husband's full name. I told them his date of birth. I told them, they asked me how long we've known. I did tell them how long we've been dating, how long we dated before we got married. The next question is where we met, the address of the place we met. I told them. They also asked how we started the conversation that led to him asking for my number. I told them. They asked me for his favorite color. I told them. They asked me what secondary school I attended. I told them what university I attended. I told them. They asked me how many siblings he has. I told them what is his position in the family. I told them how close he is to the family. They asked me how close my spouse is to his family. I told them. They asked where his siblings live. Are they living in Lagos or outside Lagos? I did tell them. They also asked me how close I am to my in-laws and how often I visit and call them. I told them that mostly it's occasionally, maybe during their birthdays or festivities, maybe Easter, Valentine or so, that I call them, or if I have the chance to visit, I do pay them a visit. So yeah, they asked me what I call him, what's his pet name, what pet name do I call him. I told them what day did he propose. I told them where and when was the traditional marriage done, where and when was the white wedding done. I told them. They asked the full address of my parents living in Nigeria. I told them how often do I call my parents, am I very close to my parents. I told them have I ever been denied visa. I told them no. Never traveled out. I told them. They asked me the purpose of my travel. I told them who pays my rent in Nigeria. I told them to my husband. And what's his contribution to my living in Nigeria. I told them who stays with me. The lady who interviewed me asked who stays with me currently in Nigeria during my interview. I told her when last did my spouse visit Nigeria. I told her did I see him off. So she asked if I saw him off to the airport the day he was leaving back to Germany. I told her no. She asked me my reason and I explained to her. Now, one thing about this interview is I want to see if you're really sure of this person that you claim to marry to. They're not trying to put fear in you. So don't worry about anything. Just be free. And I'm just grateful for my interviewer that interviewed me on the day of my interview. The lady was just super nice. At some point, we were just laughing and chit-chatting about what I do for a living, how I've been coping up with myself without my husband, So just, who you're married to, be it a male or a female. If you're married to a man or a woman married to, who you're joined with, right? So just be bold enough to let them know that, in fact, this person they are asking you questions about, you know everything about this person. That's all they want to know. They're not trying to make you feel uncomfortable or put fear in you. No. So another question they asked me was my spouse's address here in Germany. I told them. They also asked me if I send him gifts. I said yes. She asked me have I ever sent him money. I said yes. She said in what currency. I told her Naira. I see people talk about that on their interview they were asked questions in German. I wasn't asked any question in German. All the questions she asked me was in English. So maybe that part she just didn't want to. Maybe she didn't feel like asking me any questions in German. So this interview as it has the spirit leads. They can decide to do anything. just be free, and the ones you don't know, it's always best to, if you're sure of something, be sure of something. If you're not sure of something, let them know that you're not sure. I remember the year, however, I do not remember the exact month or the exact date, because sometimes I want to know the exact date or exact address of where some of this event took place. You can tell them, I cannot remember the address, however, I know it was on the island, or I know it was on the mainland, right? So yeah, so these were the questions I was asked on my interview day, and yeah, so I thought to share it. So yeah, my interview went smoothly without any hassle. So if there's any questions that you think you have that you feel you would like for me to answer, you can drop that in the comment section. Thank you for watching.